Hi everybody, welcome to another video. It's been a while since I put something up, and today's video is going to be about some cool balloons I was working with the company jlomagic. I'll put their website right along the bottom here, jlomagic.com. If you don't have any of my prints, that's where you can get them. You just go to the search bar and just type in Juan and you'll find all the prints that I have there. But today we're going to be doing quick links. You can see there they are. Okay, we have our jack and our jill, and I'm going to be doing a jill design, and you'll notice in a minute I'm going to do a transition out of this into the teaching. And the thing is, I had a little bit of technical difficulty when I did the intro, and so I still kept the lesson portion, and it'll still follow the same format where I did bring the sound down and twist and do the voiceovers. So hopefully that'll still be good for you. So there they are, quick link faces, which is really cool, and you'll see how I attach the hair. I'm just going to do a jill face, and I'll probably come back in a little while, maybe later this week, and do a face or a design using the jack face. If you follow me on Facebook, you'll see that I did a Superman, and I think it turned out pretty cute. So anyway, these are the designs. I'll hold them up here for you one more time so you can see. Yay. Okay. All right, so now we're going to make that transition over to the teaching. Thanks for being here. Here we go. So let's go over the balloons we're going to use to make this. If you've seen the Poppy Troll design that I had, the tutorial, this is going to follow the same body. So if you want to go back and watch that already, you know that, you'll be able to skip to the part where we're adding the head, we're adding the hair and everything else, okay? So I'm going to be using 2 golden rods. It's going to be all 260s, 2 golden rods, a blush, and we're going to use 2 pinks because I want to do one for the dress and then one for the bow, and I think we'll be good to go, okay? So let's talk about real quick the way can't even speak. The way I am attaching this is the same way I attached the poppy head in the other design, and that is we're going to do like a chin strap underneath. Same idea. You can see it right there on the side, okay? Let me go ahead and put it up there really close so you can see. There we go, okay? And I feel like I got to sneeze. Maybe not. Okay, all right. If I do, I'll just edit that out or something. All right, here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the dress, but I guess first things first, I should talk about how much air is left in the balloons, just to give you a really good idea. All right, so let's do, for the golden rod, you can see I have one short one, has a lot of air, probably only halfway. And then this one, we have about a hand's grip, okay, right there on that one, all right? And I'm going to start with this one when I go to do the hair for the design. And for the pink's pretty much the same, actually. We about have half of the balloon there. That's going to be for the bow, and this one we have a little bit over the hand's grip there, so you can tell. Okay, all right. And then last but not least is the blush, and the blush is about a hand's grip left in the balloon there. All right. And if you're measuring it, it's about 4 or 5 fingers there. All right. So I'm going to start with the pink, and so what I like to do with my balloon tutorials is I will bring the sound down, and then I will do voiceover, okay? Makes it really easy to follow along, and plus we can minimize the squeaking, okay? All right, let's go ahead and get started. Let's bring that sound down and start twisting. So the first thing we're gonna start with is we're gonna make the dress. We're gonna do 3 petals. That's gonna be the skirt, and then we'll go up and do the torso, followed by the top of the torso, and then come right back down. And that'll be what we do for the pink balloon. So you see I did about a 4-finger bubble there for that first petal. So I'm going to do 3 of those, and I'll do my best to remember. As you could probably tell when I'm making this video, don't forget to smile. So I think somebody told me that a long time ago. When you're making your video, don't be so serious while you're doing it, even though you are trying to teach. So anyway, so you see I did 3 loops, about 4 fingers wide, and then I'm going to go up and do the torso, and it's about a hand's grip, do 2 pinch twists, and come right back down. And we're going to match that torso, so we have 2 sections to the torso there. And the arms are going to be able to fit right in there. And so if you watch the other tutorial with Poppy that I made, I use the same idea, and you'll see in a minute I deviate from it a little bit, but you can see that it's not that hard to stick with that other one. And you saw the example that I showed a second ago, had the arm out on the hip there, and you'll see here how I changed. So I'm going to do the legs about the same size as the torso. Actually, you could probably do about a ½ inch longer when you do that, and that'll still work out really well. I would just suggest not doing them too short because you don't want her to be stumpy or anything like that. I think that's the right thing to say. I'm not sure. Anyway, so we're twisting those legs into the bottom of the skirt there, and then we're gonna have that one arm that's on the hip, and you can see right now I'm just gonna go straight up to the hip, And I think the difference here is because that you can get away with this when it's the skirt versus like a character with pants. So then the character doesn't look like their hands are in their pants. They, you know, skirts usually don't have that portion. Not like, I don't know, not like the way pants do. Well, I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, yeah, it seems to work out better when we do that. So here's what I was talking about. So I'll pull it out here with an extra, just show you the inside here with the extra bubble. And I just use that to, you know, give space to raise the hand higher up on the hip, as you can tell. Just an example. So it's not coming straight out of where the skirt meets the torso. So hopefully that makes sense to you. Okay. And so now we're going to go ahead and work on our second arm. And the way we're going to finish up that second arm is we're just going to add a pinch twist with the loop, and that's going to be the little hand sticking out. Kind of give it a little bit of an attitude there, which is always cute with characters. So there you go. And I used, you saw that I ended up using a 260 on this. By all means, you know, if you prefer the 160 look, there's nothing wrong with that. So it's just mostly what I have around right now are 260s, and so I just wanted to make sure that I can make use of the balloons I have. And there we are. So the next portion we're going to work on is using that link and adding some hair on it and the bow. There you are. So there it is. Very simple body to do. And that was the aim when I made this video, is make sure I keep it nice and simple, something that everybody can use. All right, so we're going to go right to our goldenrod. We're going to use this to do the hair, and we're going to have like 2 pigtails on the side, but just really short. They're not going to be very long. As you can tell, I stuck with that 4-finger size, you know, just being consistent throughout the design. It really helps your overall design to be, you know, just overall uniform, I think is the best way. Okay, so I took that link side and I just wrapped it around where I did that pinch twist. There you go. So you can see, and I'm just going to go around the back, and we're going to do it multiple times, go back and forth, and then I'm going to do a pinch twist on this side, and I will roll the nozzle into that, and then we'll be able to do the loop. So you could do, you know, it's really up to you when you make this balloon, after you learn how to do it, on the steps you want to take. You know, right now you saw that I made the pinch twist first, rolled the nozzle, and now I'm going to make the other pigtail. So again, that's really up to you on how you want to do that. You know, you could definitely make that loop and then roll the nozzle in there. You know, same difference. There we go. And so now I can go back and forth now that I have those 2 areas established. And this is cool because you know, there are different designs you can do with the boy design. It's kind of a goofy thing because it looks more like a kid's face. That if you did like gray hair, it could be like an old guy, or white if you want to do like a wizard or something. But in this case, you see we're doing the little gal with the girl face, and we're using this goldenrod for the hair as opposed to yellow. So there we go. So I broke off. I didn't have enough to go back and forth, and that's why I used that second goldenrod, just to make sure. But you see, there's not too much twisting involved, which is really nice. So you'll be able to jam through this once you get it down and you know how to do it. And the other way you cut time off is there's no drawing, which is really cool. And so so anyway, back to the twisting. So now that we have that we have that new balloon in, and we have those 2 pinch twists on the side, now we can really you know, work with adding more balloons. It's really easy because we have places to anchor new balloons. So I just did about a 4-finger there, then a pinch twist, and then another 4-finger, and it's just going to go across the top there. And we're going to use that in a minute to anchor our bow there on the front. But for now, I'm pretty much done with the rest of that goldenrod. So what I'm going to do is break it off on the end. So you see I went over the top there, and I'm going to use that. All that excess that I have is a chin, as a chin strap, and that's what we're going to use to attach the head to the body. And it's the same idea we used for the poppy. See, so I just go underneath, and I'm going to make sure that I don't do it too tight, because if you do, your balloon's going to want to slide back and forth. But I'll tell you one thing that I learned when I was playing around with this as well, is that when you have that hair going back and forth, that actually helps secure the balloon even more, because you know, it's more surface area there and more points of contact, so the balloon doesn't really have a chance to move around as much as it normally would. So there you go. So you can see I could, you know, easily fit my fingers in there, and I could probably even go tighter than that if I wanted to. So now all I'm going to do is make sure that the pinch twist is for, you know, that I can reach through and I can grab those pinch twists, and you know, as you can see, slide it that band, that chin strap right through there, and then I can adjust it. And one thing to keep in mind also when you're doing this is make sure the head is even before you start giving a twist to take out some of that slack. because if it isn't, the chin strap isn't even, you could have the head cocked to the left or the right, so keep that in mind as well. Alrighty, and so we're just gonna make a little bow, and it's just gonna consist of a loop, a pinch, twist, and a loop. Very simple. Alrighty, there it is, and there I am remembering to smile. I feel like so goofy that I have to commentate on that. But anyway, I think I did the loops for the bow. They're about 3 fingers, just so you know. And then the pinch twist is just another 1-inch pinch twist. And so I just broke off the excess there, and now I'll be able to pull that around that other pinch twist, that goldenrod pinch twist, and come back around to the pink. Okay. And I made sure to pull that tight so there isn't a lot of so we create a lot of friction, a lot of tension, so that way that balloon, because it's such a long tail on it, will get trapped in there really easily. Alrighty, and so that pretty much brings us to the end. I think I'm just gonna make sure to shape it up, make sure it looks good. Thanks for watching. Stick around for some more. Alright, so we made it to the end of that other video, and you saw that design. I moved it around a little, made sure it looked good and stuff. And so again, you can get the prints from jlomagic.com. Again, when you go there, if you do in the search, you'll do Juan, but also on the tab along the left, if you do special prints, you'll see all the different prints they have. So a lot of other artists that are great out there working, contributing. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So to bring this video to conclusion, again, I thank you so much for following along and checking out that lesson. And hopefully that's helpful to you and your balloons. And as always, happy twisting. Until next time, bye.